Hi Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my channel. I'm Shandra Lynn, and this is going to be your June general energy channeled reading. Please remember that it is general, so take it how it resonates with you in your life and your situations and your experiences, and disregard all the rest. And we will go ahead and get started. Alright, we got summer solstice and radiance, music and harmony, spring equinox with the rebirth, and the higher true self is giving you wind activation. The summer solstice radiance is talking about the past or the direct past, or it could have been ongoing, but right now there seems to be like this music, this harmony going on. So what I want to say is that it's calm. Things are calming down, or things have calmed down. But with the spring equinox and the rebirth card coming in your near future along with that activation, it's almost like that calm was just like the breather before like a final push for what is, let me see if I can get them to be more specific about what is coming in. I am being shown it more like an actual birthing instead of like new growth, plant growth, or anything like this. So this is talking about something that has been going on for a while. It's been progressively coming to term is what I want to we got drum with consistency, 21 with protection, and that's underneath the music harmony right now. And then the purification, the smoke, along with bear, protection and introspection. So this whole entire birthing process is going to be very protected and very guarded. It's like not only is there sheltered protection, but there's also like a very maternal energy that is really kind of just watching. But then you got the arrow card here right underneath, talking about the surprise. That's kind of like that tower moment. It really feels like the transition from that calm into labor. And then you've got messages. Oh, look, and tree, the evolution. Okay, so this is beautiful because it's like whatever it was that you have been working on, whatever this is for you in your life, it was really kind of having to go just by, it was almost like you couldn't see anything formulating from it. Like there wasn't an instant reward, but it was like changes have been ongoing, right? Now there's this really kind of nice calm, and then there's also this sense of making sure, like, I also want to call it kind of like a nesting energy, and then all of a sudden that energy comes in and it's full blown labor time. Whatever it is that you're rebirthing, it's kind of like, you know, they've got all those cool little ultrasound things and everything so you can see as much of your baby as you can, but you're still really not sure exactly what what exactly it's going to look like until after it gets here. And that's kind of this card too, but it's also stating that this labor period is going to be like a purifying time. It's in a sense, with this TP card here and feeling that nesting energy, it's very much just kind of like realizing, like, oh, holy crap, if I am fixing to basically birth like this new thing, this house is filthy, it's got to be cleaned. That's really that purifying energy that is really coming in right now. So it could be on several different levels. It could be just with home life. It could be just your internal thoughts or the way that you view things. It could be the way that you're treating yourself, the way that you treat others, work, love, yeah. But then you got the message card here, and then that kind of like makes a beeline right for this summer solstice, this radiance. Whatever this was for you in your past, it was, I want to say that this burst of light was like the conception moment. It was when the seed was planted. It was, I mean, it might have took a while. It didn't really seem like much of anything was going on, but whatever around this time was when it was really detrimental, right? It was like probably one of the most important times. So what I'm hearing is that there is some kind of an internal knowing connection that is going to help talk you and guide you through this change, because it's like new growth on a tree, but now fruits are also starting to pop out, and it's almost like you were used to taking the tree X amount of water a day, and now you're finding out like it needs double that or something. And with that being said, it needing to double. So whatever this is, it's very much something that you're really, really good at. You got a great passion about it, and it's something that you can just kind of get all up in. But what I'm being told is that the new evolution of this tree, it needs that extra water right now. It truly does, because it's going through this new transition itself. It's still not even sure, so it's burning through more of the nutrients, so it needs more. And what I'm hearing is that wherever this purification is taking place for you, you have to understand, if you've got to carry extra water to this tree, then that means you have to purify something else. Time, space, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Something else has to be pushed over, pushed out of the way, pushed out of the equation, so that way taking that extra water to that tree can be accomplished. And what I'm being told now is that no, you don't have to figure out a way of adding in the water. It's literally at the point where something else has got to go. Release the stuff that is unimportant to you. Release the stuff that does not belong to you. Any kind of like energy expansion, cleaning up, talking, it's like you have an awareness of what is draining you. Not only that, but with that nesting energy, it's kind of like seeing something in the corner and just going, that needs to get the fuck out of this house. Like, it's gross, it's dirty, it's disgusting, it hasn't moved, and it's not being taken care of. And it's kind of like, all I'm hearing is like, but yes, but that piece doesn't belong to me, therefore you don't move it. In a sense, what I want to say is that it kind of goes back down to this TP energy. And this is what I'm hearing is it's your shelter, right? The energy has to match you. So if it's not useful, it's got to go. That should be just kind of a good energy, but switching over to the rebirth and coming down through the protection line, and then this bear, it's also talking about introspection. right? Clearing things out, but it's also clearing things out about yourself. How do you envision you in this new role that you are fixing to step into? That is really coming to, like, you know, like you're fixing to walk out the curtains. All right. But what I want to say is the tree is needing more water, apparently, and it's no big problem. It's something that you actually like to do. Just go ahead and remove something. There is, all I'm seeing is like there is rooms filled with things that you do that others should do themselves, for themselves. All right. And I'm being told to take it like, right now is more of that physical nesting energy, clearing out any energies around you, because you have been this consistent, but that consistent energy has mainly been within, and so now it's time to, like, it's time to take action in the physical. So it's like, get rid of it, in a sense. Get rid of that which is just not resonating with you, and it doesn't matter what it is. All right. Or how sentimental it is. If it is something that doesn't bring you joy, and like the memory with it brings you joy, but you don't like the whatever it is, it like, you can keep that sentimental and you can get rid of the object. But on that same note, I'm also being told that, like, we every little thing that comes into our sight, every tree, every pole, every cup, every picture, every pencil, it's literally an object that we can assign information to, and that's we assign. Okay, so a good example is if you have something and it belonged to somebody that you love, and you love that person, which is why you're holding on to this thing, but you don't care about this thing. It's just there, right? And you hold on to it out of loyalty and respect. But what I want to say is that it could be the reason why it's not resonating with you is because it obviously just doesn't fit with you. But remember, we assign information to objects. We assign memories and experiences to objects. So if something traumatic was happening to somebody and they walked by this pen, it's automatically like assigning that traumatic experience to this pen, and that energy kind of carries over. All right. So in a sense, it's get rid of those energies, or really focus on, like, cleansing those objects. I know that sounds like a little weird, but it is true. It's just, it is what it is. And that is it for this general reading. We're going to continue this on Vimeo, so if you're going to follow me, that link is below, and I will see you there. If you feel guided to reach out to me, my email address is below as well. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.